A starving wolf stumbled upon an intact human skin. It approached, sniffing it again and again. Then, with a nudge of its head, it slipped inside the skin. Before long, the skin was forced upright. A furry little snout poked out from within. The scene was nothing short of eerie, but the strange thing was, this hungry wolf wore the human skin so perfectly. You could hardly spot a flaw. Just then, someone jogged by. It immediately imitated a human. Trotting along, it sneaked out of the forest. But as soon as it hit the road, it almost got hit by a car. A dog on a leash barked furiously at it. It didn't seem to mind. Instead, it copied the dog owner's gait and began to walk. This wolf learned fast, no doubt. With just a brief observation, it figured out the survival trick of humans. That trick was working, so it went to a company for an interview. Seeing others fill out forms, it followed suit, picking up a pen and writing. In the end, it was actually hired. Relying on a spirit of wolf nature, it excelled at the job. The boss couldn't stop praising it. Promotions and raises were a breeze. With money in hand, the wolf bought a luxurious villa outright. Looking at that lush green lawn, the wolf's nature was instantly stirred up. It got so excited it rolled and scrambled on the ground. This strange behavior left the movers dumbfounded. The worker was stunned for a moment. To avoid giving itself away, it quickly stood up and barked at the movers to work faster. Then, the wolf's life became more and more comfortable. It was living the good life, no doubt about it. It even married a pretty wife. But for some reason, when it looked at the pile of cooked food on the table, it had absolutely no appetite. This feeling was completely different from before, and the little dog that the rich family was holding reminded it of the taste of raw meat. So the next day, it rushed to the pet store and bought a cat, sneaking it into the garage. It was just about to enjoy a good meal, when suddenly, the garage door opened. The daughter saw the cat, her eyes lighting up, thinking it was a gift her dad bought just for her. It had to suppress that urge and gave the cat to the daughter. But as time went on, it could no longer hold it in. Watching TV at night and seeing its own kind, it frowned and vented to its wife. But his wife insisted on waiting until their daughter was sound asleep before getting into those shady deeds. The starving wolf's bloodlust was getting more intense. Even during company meetings, he started seeing hallucinations. Opening a file, it was all bloody guts. The slides were also showing scenes of predators hunting each other. Staring at a colleague's back of the head, he was almost drooling. He just couldn't hold back anymore. His body reacted in a flash. He pounced and pinned his colleague to the ground. Then he started biting and devouring him wildly. The starving wolf's furry snout also poked out. Everyone at the scene was frozen in shock. Only then did he realize his identity was exposed. He turned and ran. The crowd erupted into chaos. No one wanted such a monster to survive. They chased after the starving wolf relentlessly. With no escape, the wolf had to run home. But in his terrifying form, his wife cursed and drove him out the moment he entered. He quickly explained to her, saying that this was his true nature all along. With that, he tore off the human skin. He couldn't help but let out a couple of howls, hoping his family would understand him. But instead, his wife got even more frightened. She shoved him straight out the door. With no other choice, the wolf had to run into the streets. The boss and his men were hot on his heels again. He could only grit his teeth and charge into the forest from memory. But everything had changed. That place had long been built over with human houses. Even his last home was gone. The wolf stood dazed in the middle of the road, completely panicked. Just as he looked back, a car slammed into him, sending him flying. Seeing the wolf's fate, everyone was stunned at first. Then they breathed a sigh of relief and laughed. Because once this guy died, their secret was safe.